What is going on, everyone? Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day. We are back with another one. We're gonna hop straight into it. Go over news real quick. So we have no news today. It's a Tuesday. We do have FOMC though this week, as well as CPI. So FOMC is tomorrow. We got a whole bunch of war news and Trump, whatever, fucking yapping on Twitter or whatever. So we're just gonna see what we got here. Um, Yesterday we had a decent day. Two losses, one winner. Settled at like plus $40 on a day, basically break even. But looking at what we got today, first thing I'm noticing here is SMT. So as soon as I look at this here, we have buy side that got taken on ES, NQ did not. So this SMT here gets put in. Let me move this out the way. Whoops. Okay. So SMT gets put in here. Let me fix this. Okay, boom. So get rid of this. Get rid of this. Now the first thing I see is after we take a buy side, we instantly get through this bullish imbalance here. Okay. So bullish imbalance gets ran to the downside, and we put in a 1 hour change to the downside as well. So the series that took buy side right here is our change. Put that in. Now it looks like we are kind of retracing higher. So ideally from here, what I want to see if we can do, or see what we do, I should say. So buy side here gets taken, we run higher. We fail to come lower. We fail to get a change to the downside. We have this nice large BPR resting here. I think we rebalance this range to equilibrium. Yep. So now I just want to see some form of clean manipulation, super clean manipulation, and see what we get. So sorry, my allergies are still fucking with me a little bit, but so that's why I'm gonna be sniffling and stuff. So I want to see what we do. I want to see if we can start to get lower here. We did put that 1 hour change in the state into the downside. We have this nice 1 hour BPR resting here. After buy side got taken, SMT got put in. So I want to see now if the next form is sell side, which we have this low resting here inside of this 1 hour. Wait, let me move this here. Inside this 1 hour gap, we have sell side resting down here. Inside this 4 hour and daily gap, or just 4 hour gap. And then we have sell side resting down here inside that daily gap, which obviously we're not going to get to today. But it is there, it is present. So what I'm looking at here though is this high that we generated. And the high that we, or buy side that we already took. So here, we took this. And it looks like we came to consequent encroachment. So of this wick here, we came to the 50% mark. And now I honestly, I want to see if we can get this change here. I'd be willing to put a little bit of size on here and take a stab short if we get this change to the downside. With just some light cons, because I'd be confident in this, right? So I'd want to see what we get that change on here. If we want to get it. So it looks like we don't get that change. So no change, no entry. Remember, if we do want to go lower, I can expect us to get this change. So we already inversed this. Just for extra confirmation, this pre-market, I want to see it change to the downside. So after we got this change here to the downside, we pulled back, we tapped the inverse, and we tapped this 1 hour, or we tapped this BPR. So now from here, we don't have to run all the way back higher just to manipulate this high. You know, just for people at market open to get an entry. Now we 100% can. We can definitely do that, but I'm saying we don't have to, right? We don't have to run all the way higher. We just came back to consequent encroachment. That's all we technically really need to then get us lower. So I really want to focus on just being very, very piggy today. Just only take, A plus, super clean model. And this is pretty nice in my eyes. So once again, buy side gets taken. Tap the BPR. We have SMT up at the highs. We put in the change, pull back to the change, and now if we can get this little internal model here, I'd be willing to take a little short pre-market. Now if we do want to go higher and take this high, I can expect us not to put this in. So now we tap the inverse. Looks like we're getting a little bit of volume here. We got 47 seconds. Let's see what we do. Inverse gets tapped. Looks like it holds. Still want to wait for the change, so I don't care where we close. I want to see a change in the state. So we don't get the change once again on the 3-minute. So I am leaning obviously towards shorts today, just based off of what's in front of me currently. Now, if we do just say from right here where we are, I don't get an entry, we just dump. Okay, we dump to these relative equal lows here, um, and whatever, and then we see a reaction and we see a model, a buy model get put in. Then obviously I'm gonna adjust. But from where we are right now, where we're delivering from, being this gap in this area, I like shorts. But like I said, I want to see this inverse hold if we do want to go lower and get us below this change in the state, because I'm not looking to take a trade unless we get this change. We have about 12 minutes, 10 seconds till open. See what we get in 25 seconds. And I want to see it close through it. That's also something I should say. I want to see it close through this change in state nicely, efficiently, right? I don't want to see it just close right at it. I want to see us get quickly, aggressively, some nice candles to the downside, and then make a close through it. Dang, this music is mad loud. So once again, we get no change in the state. That's now 1, 2, 3 times, 2 after filling the inverse that we fail to get a change. We could potentially look to get this 4-hour change here as well, which I'm going to lighten up here a little bit. So we'll see if we can get this change here in a minute 30. Right, depending on where the, like if the candle's down here, I'm not going to take it. But if it's close to this area, close to that change, then I'll look to take it. So we got about a minute. See where we close. Don't want to jump the gun. Just want to be patient. There's a lot of change in the states around here, so. Let's see what we do. So once again, we don't get a change in the state. So that's now 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities that we had to get a change, and every time we pull back and we don't get it. And keep in mind, the market, if it does want to go lower, it's gonna make its move. It's gonna make it, and it's not making its move. So it is pre-market, so there is a lack of some volume, which is understandable. But you know, for us to be decently volatile for pre-market and fail to get through a change multiple times, that's kind of telling me something. So I'm slowly just kind of veering away, just wanting to be a little bit more patient coming into this morning. I want to see if we want to go higher though. Take a buy side here and soup this high as well, resting inside of this 1-hour BPR here. want to see if we can eventually put this 4 hour change in as well. If we can get a model up in here, send this lower, get this 4 hour change, and then seek sell side lower. So it looks like we're not going to get this 3 minute change to the downside, so we definitely can expect manipulation higher first. So we'll see what we get. We do have about 6.5 minutes till open, roughly. So it's about to be 9:25 here in about 10 seconds. We'll see if that one should bring us any volume. Totally now excluded from taking any trades pre-market. Now I'm just gonna wait till market open. Meanwhile, I'm actually gonna go fill up my water bottle. So, what was that? Oh, I'll be right back. back, y'all. So we currently have a minute till market open. It looks like Nasdaq is kind of running higher. I'm gonna take buy side here. Get rid of this change in the state. Get rid of this. And now we're just gonna sit and watch. See what we get. Be patient. Looks like this 3-minute gap we opened up is holding. Looks like it's gonna get us up to buy side. So let's see what we get here. If we quick take buy side and we put in the SMT, I'm gonna instantly scale down lower time frame and look. Okay, so big rip to the upside. Big rip. So we're instantly gonna get rid of that. Currently have an SMT. Drop it down, lower time frame here. We open up 0 gaps. See if we can maybe get this 30-second. We might close it off though. Best bet probably would be right here though. ES isn't looking the cleanest. We have an SMT. Along with this tiny gap here. So I'm gonna take a short here. Looking to go break even at this low here. And then probably just look to take off 2 here at this low. Gonna adjust my stop loss now, tighten it up after we open up that nice gap. Pull back to the change, pull back to the inverse, or the fair value gap, sorry. See if we can get some displacement out of here to the downside. Pretty nice clean SMT got put in. Ideally exactly what I wanted to see on the day is us run this high up here. SMT get put in. We're inside the BPR. And then we got a nice clean model to the downside. Just took it off the 30-second here. So now risk is off, or not risk isn't off the table, but tighten up my risk a little bit. We have one great size here, so just gonna let the market do its thing. And this trade C moves very quickly. Like it updates very, very quickly. Alright, everything's set now. I'm just gonna be patient, sit here and watch. ES is getting nice legs to the downside here, while NQ's kind of struggling, or a bit slower, a bit behind. Not struggling, I'd say, but see if we can take this internal low, get us to break even at least. But we're not going to touch anything until then. Alright, so boom, we get stopped there. Great trade. ES really just failing, or NQ just failing to get lower. Maybe we run the consequent encroachment of this wick here. Not too sure what we want to do. Take this here. I mean, we run lower. ES takes internal low here, which is where first TP was. So we take internal low, and now we just turn around on NQ. Completely turn around. Took another stab here. Looking to go break even at this low. TP. Just off the inverse here. Pretty clean. Gonna be the last stab of the day as well. Get to this 1 minute nicely. ES is getting very, very nice legs to the downside since we opened, but NQ was just kind of wobbly and is very, very, very up and down. So there was no, for me personally, there was no entry model on ES. Like, sure, I could have took this change and stay here, but I mean, what is this? You know, like, look at how that looks. There's really just nothing too clean. But I like this stab here. I like where we are. I like what we've done. We ran higher. And now we had a nice clean inverse. Looking to go break even fairly quickly at sell side. Ideally, I wouldn't want to see this high get revisited, but I'm going to keep my stop where it is. See if we can get some displacement lower here. Very, very much back and forth, so I wouldn't mind tightening up my stop. So that's what we're going to do here. Very, very shaky, very back and forth. I don't want to lose any more than, you know, I have to. Obviously, this high I would want to see become protected, but markets are very shaky right now, so looking to protect myself. You know, if we get stopped here, we'll only be down 273 on the day, which is right where I want to be. But you know, obviously, if we turn around, we can get some legs down. We'll have a decent winner. So we'll just see what we do, though. Looks like ES is definitely the cleaner. I wouldn't even say cleaner because, I mean, it's moving better, but really not the cleanest opportunities. Just because it's moving better doesn't mean it's, you know, it offered anything nice, which in my opinion it didn't. Besides, obviously, I would like to take the lagging index on the SMT, but like I said, there was just really just nothing there for me. And also, I like ES. ES is a clean index to trade for sure. You know, sure, if you want to look at this and boom, take the pullback to the change right here on this wick here, and take that. I don't know where your stop's gonna be. Maybe at this candle high. Maybe this target lower here. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know. You know, sometimes there just isn't anything, and you're really trying to make up something, but there's just nothing. So we'll see what we get though. If we can get below this here, I like it. Don't want to see us slow down now. I want to see us get below this. Okay, so we do. Get some nice legs down here. Okay, so boom, we tap that. Now I'm break even. So low gets taken here. Break even, risk is off the table. It's gonna be my last stab of the day. Just based off of like what we have in the markets right now, I think we can get a lot lower. And shorts look very clean, but just the delivery isn't really efficient here. Like we manipulate, or we accumulate, manipulate, we run higher. Beautiful. And then, there's just not really nothing in here. Like maybe my stop could have been at this candle high here, right? And then that would have just barely got missed. But I don't know. So we run higher, we get this change here, we pull back to the inverse. It's clean. Enter there. And then as far as stop, like this isn't what you want to see ideally. You don't want to see this huge wick. Like I really didn't want to see a big wick like this taking buy side just because you can see what it leaves behind. Especially at open, it's like we'll run higher very quickly, we'll wick. And then like market gives zero time to open up any gaps. Like we have this tiny gap here. Or no, I'm sorry, this is the 30-second gap here. That was kind of one of the reasonings why I entered, but yeah, man, these markets are a little wonky. You just got to learn how to protect yourself, and I'm down exactly where I want to be on the day, $200, which is amazing. That's great size to be down for me personally. So I have another trade here. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I'm not gonna touch anything. TP is at relative equal lows here. Sell side resting here inside this gap. It's 1 hour gap. So it's where we're targeting. It's where we're just gonna let the market do its thing, and I don't really care about any other outcome. See if this can hold us lower. It's kind of unfortunate, that we get stopped in the first trade because I'm very confident that we do go lower. But it's just that stop placement, And I'm just trying to learn from this. I'm just trying to see and learn. Okay, like, I think my original stop was here, right? These above at these candle highs, not the wick highs. So, it's just one of those things where sometimes it can be just unfortunate, or sometimes it is like a user error. So if we manipulate higher, we put in the SMT, we get through this 30-second, we get through the 30-second change. I think it could be best if my stop just goes at a candle high here. Although we are protected by the change after we get it in this 30-second inverse. So I'm not even upset that my stops were here. It's just one of those things where it's just kind of unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Wish I had a little more size on in this trade, because this is a good trade here, but you know not the most size was able to be put on. Looks like we can open up this 3-minute gap here in our favor, which would be nice. So we just missed TP by a couple points. I think we can definitely continue lower though. Sell side is right in front of us, so I don't see the big reason on why we would just, turn around right here. Also, ES did not take sell side yet, so we have no SMTs. Sell side below us. Let's see if we get there. Make sure my stops are at break even because I'm still trying to learn this bracket here and all of this. So I'd want to see instant reactions from here to the downside if we want to get lower. We also have this 3-minute gap here. I like these trading view brackets on here. So we instantly just turn around, get huge legs to the upside. Miss TP by a couple points. Sell side doesn't get taken. On either index. So yeah, these fucking Trump war news markets are no joke. So wonky. Well, no matter what, we're risk off the table here. Um, our size is good. Our size that we're down, I should say, is good. The size that we're in with is good. Size that I'm comfortable losing. I'm not just seeing another trade and just throwing on max size. So being responsible, following my rules, practicing good habits here. Um, Practicing my patience as well. Obviously, with everything that's going on, lots of movement, lots of up and down. But I'm just gonna stay patient through this whole thing. Gonna delete this. Gonna delete this and this. All right, so we're out there. I'm not gonna sit in this. Internal low got taken. Um, the last thing I want to see is us turn right around and go higher. So another just basically break even day. But hey, I'm very happy with what I'm doing here. I'm happy with my patience. I'm happy with my decision making. Yesterday was like a $40 win. Today is like a $60 win. It doesn't really matter. I think the biggest thing is my defense that I'm playing right now. So I took two solid stabs. First stab was very very good stab. Got stopped out. Saw opportunity present itself. Had confidence. Took it. Adjusted my stop loss accordingly. Tightened it up. One break even. Risk was off the table. We run lower. Come back up higher. Run back lower. Internal low gets taken. A couple points away from TP. Excuse me. We don't take it. So I'm just gonna trail my stop. And there you see it gets hit there. But yeah, I'm just playing it safe here. I feel like with market experience comes like you gotta know when to play defense versus offense, and you gotta know when to scale in and be aggressive, and you gotta know when to just take what you can, So I'm perfectly okay with this. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely out of here on the day. Tomorrow we do have FOMC as well. We have all this stuff going on with Iran, and Trump is fucking tweeting every day on Twitter, and then FOMC tomorrow and CPI. So I'm just taking my fruit there. I'm in and I'm out. So yeah, that's how the day went. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I might trade. I might be on for a little bit. I might not. We'll see what tomorrow brings though. But I'm out of here. Peace.